Okay, how's everybody doing out there? First of all, my name is Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of Crystal H Technology projection screens using smart technology gain. This is a bit of a, what do you call it, reality check. And the reason why it's a reality check is because it's to explain some things to a certain individual on how technology truly works. Now, here's the thing. It was commented that I do screens on small scales. That when you shrink a screen down real tiny, the screen looks sharp. Of course, any screens look sharp if you shrink it down real small. But I want you to look at the size of the screens that I do my demonstrations on. Now, first, when we start off, we do them on small sample sheets because when we do these tests on these small sample sheets, there's no point in wasting resources, formulas, chemicals, whatever, on a larger screen such as this, because if it doesn't work right, you have lost a lot of money doing it on a larger scale. So you do it on a small scale. That's how the professionals do it. Do it on a small scale first. If it works out, if it passes all the tests, the next stage is to do it on something bigger. You can check my video archives. I've been doing that for 8 years. Do it on a small scale and do it on a bigger scale. Now, let me show you the difference between our technology and what's on the internet or on YouTube or so forth. Now, usually in some of these demonstrations, it's always a dark, dim environment, or they have a small little screen. That's what they have, a tiny little screen. And I'm gonna tell you something. From what I've seen in some of these demonstrations, I've seen some screens at 120, 150, but this particular individual, like I said, I'm not gonna say the name in disrespect, I've never seen a screen past 150, 140 in his environment. But you can't talk about somebody having shrinking the screen down. Even if I shrink the screen down on this screen, it still comes up as 100 inches either way. But this is 180 inch. Keep in mind my screen is 96 inches high and 154 inches wide. Literally, it's a wall. Now, you see the difference between the light that I have in my ceiling? Look how much light it produces. Look at the color of my walls. Look at my hard wooden floors. There is a lot of light in my environment. Let's take a look around. My environment's not dark. It's not dim. You can make out the corners. You can make out the corners of the floor. You can make out everything in my environment. It's bright. Now let me show you why my screens are worth what they're worth. Now, a particular individual keeps saying, don't save hundreds, save hundreds, save hundreds. Let me explain something to you. We don't save you hundreds. We save you thousands. I'm going to tell you why. First of all, this sample sheet right here, let's move it up so you guys can see what it is. And I want you to do the research. I want you to go online and have a look. This is DMP Supernova. This is an infinity screen. All right, $4,000 to $5,000. This is one of Elite Screen's top screens. This is a Dark Star 9, $2,000 to $3,000. This right here is a Blade by DLP Supernova, $4,000 to $5,000. That's just for 100 inch. If you want a DMP Supernova at the size I have here, $18,000, easily, 18 grand. All right. So in this demonstration, I'm going to be using a short throw. Also, I have some demonstrations downstairs because downstairs I have a 140 inch screen, 16:9, jet black. And I have another screen that's fixed frame, 150 inch, which is going to be converted into something new we're working on. All right. Oh, I forgot about that too. I have a 105 inch 235.1, which we've done our screens pretty much on every format. We did it 235, 16:9, and then 16:10. You name it, I've done it. All right. So let's start the video over here on the laptop. Let's get that started. All right, and let's remove this. And you tell me what you see. Now mind you, consider how much light is hitting my screen because my screen is a wall. Can't dodge any light in the environment. The samples on that screen. We don't save you hundreds, we save you thousands. And the thing I find kind of hilarious about these certain comments is the fact that I never see them doing demonstrations in this much light. I would never have my projection screen blocking the very windows that add light into my environment. I want as much light in my environment as possible, you know? It's my house. Why would I want it dark in my house? Why would I subject my friends and family to a dark environment? Let's go into the dining room. All right, we go into the dining room. We do the angle gain right from here. Look at the angle gain on this screen. 180 inches. I can view my screen from anywhere I want. Now, I love it when this particular individual said, you know, if you shrink the screen, it's going to look amazing either way. My screen's 180 inches. I've been doing demonstrations on massive size screens for almost forever. And I've yet to see a demonstration, like I said, on a screen of 150 or over in that environment. I want you to look at my ceiling lamp. Let's look at the ceiling lamp. In this environment, the ceiling lamp is dim and dark. Look how much light cascades off that lamp and hits that screen, that ceiling lamp. Sorry about the bars on against the screen. I do apologize for that. But I want you to see that. Look at that. Let's come all the way over. Now mind you, when I do my demonstrations against sample sheets, the difference between my technology is that our screens produce so much of an amazing picture, we turn the screen black. When I see the lights out, take out the lights, still same results. As I said before, we don't save you hundreds, we save you thousands. Now this screen right here is the titanium gold. It's a titanium gold screen. This is amazing, amazing technology in this screen. And like I say, you can go out and spend $5,000, $2,000 to $3,000 for a screen. This screen right here for 180 inches would cost you around, I say we got it now at $467 for this screen. So you tell me what sounds more better to you, $4,000 to $5,000, $2,000 to $3,000, or $467. And it comes with a surface on top of that. All right, so turn our lights on here, something we don't see a lot of people do in their demonstrations. Let's take a walk downstairs. Now, go downstairs to my work area down here. I'll show you what we got down here. Ooh, what's that? That right there, and boom, what's that right there? Yeah, that's me over there, my raggedy clothes, getting up in the morning. That right there is a 150-inch fixed frame screen, 140-inch 16:9, 235.1, 105 inches. I don't see any small screens. Now, the screens you see right here, these are the sample screens we do when we first start testing the chemical out. We put on a smaller surface because, like I said, it's no point in wasting a lot of chemicals and resources and money on a large screen and say the screen doesn't work out. Then I'm out of a lot of money. So we do it on a small sample, test it out. If it works well, passes all the tests, then it moves up to a bigger surface. Now let's come over here where my projector sits all the way back here. 2,500 lumens, not 4,200 lumens on a black screen, because that's what I heard the requirements were. You had to have 3,000 and up. Nope. This technology is different. This is not a requirement. Let's turn on our projector. We are streaming through Chromecast. Let me get my cell phone. Come over here and let's begin. Oh, look at this. Fully lit environment. That's a high power fluorescent light right over top my screen. Look how fantastic that looks. We don't have to have it on a little tiny square sheet. Looks fantastic. Look at that. Lights are on, people. Let me step from the projector over here. Now, let's have a little fun here. I love this video. You know I'm gonna do it. Come on. I love this video. I love this video, I'm sorry. I just do. Now mind you, my projectors are never calibrated. We're not using any kind of 4K enhancement technology. Cross back over here. I love this video. But like I said, none of that nonsense. No change in anything in the projectors. Our projectors are set to the default settings. Look at that environment. Let's do a snow scene on a jet black screen. See what happens. Come over here, I'm going to sit behind my projector. Now here's my black screen. You notice the picture's not shrunken. I don't know where in the world somebody got that idea from. Really? I'm sorry, I gotta laugh about that one. When you shrink the picture down, the screen, of course the screen looks sharp. I have a 180-inch screen sitting in my living room. Okay, that's all I can say on that one is, okay. I don't get that one. Let's move on from there. Let's grab another demonstration. I find it's very amusing. But this is just to show you guys, yeah, this is how we work. So we do it on smaller samples first, and then we move it on to the big screens first. But I don't understand some people, I don't. And I'm going to explain something really quick. There's no history, man. I don't know where you're getting this from. There's no history. I'm on a different level than you are. I'm not trying to bring you down and disrespect you in any way, but no. I do my demonstrations on high performance screens. I do my demonstrations in fully lit environments. I push the envelope when it comes to my technology. I've used all different forms of projection screens and actually different samples of projection screens and projectors. I do demonstrations that a lot of people don't do. 200 lumen projector at 14 feet back in a fully lit environment. Have yet to see people do it. Anybody do that kind of a demonstration. Let me explain something to you. The difference between I can't even really say that. How can I explain this to you? The way you can understand. I have contracts for my company. A lot of people see me on YouTube and they think, alright, it's just an average Joe hobbyist, whatever. But here's the thing, I'm not a hobbyist. I have contracts, I have lawyers, I have all that good stuff. You know, everything you need to get a company started. I've been running my company for about 8 years. I started off in a small little room. You can go back to my first demonstrations. Take the time, go back and look. You can go back to my first demonstrations and you will see demonstrations of me in a small little cramped room doing demonstrations in a small little room. That's what you will see. And when I'm in these small, when I was in that small little room, I mean, talking about working your butt off. I work my butt off every day to be able to bring out the best that I could possibly bring out when it came to screen paint. So I worked in that small little room, and then the Lord blessed me to be able to get a house. Me and my wife got a house. We got our first house. Alright, so we went from there, got a nice little house, and then from there we moved on and we got this place, which is much bigger. A lot of room for me to work in. The basement is gigantic, so I love it. So you can see the progress in my technology. And I have contracts. I have huge business deals that I work with. I have a couple of license agreements. I have a few NDAs that are tied to some of my technology. And you can see the difference in my technology. It's not the same thing over and over and over again in the same environment over and over again. I have my environment. You can check out my videos. My screens are pretty much everywhere in the environment. All different kinds of lighting and so forth. So, no, we do not have history. And there's a difference between my technology and yours. If you look around my environment, You don't do demonstrations such like this. Only I do these demonstrations. Alright, so just want to clear the air on that real quick. Thank you guys also too for the amazing, the Immerse Eclipse sold like crazy. It did. It sold like crazy. So we got a ton of work and processing orders and getting them out the door. Alright, hope you guys enjoy the video demonstration. Just putting some things out there, clearing the air. That's basically about it. Everybody have a good one. Be safe out there. Those of you that are in that hurricane, be safe out there. And that's basically about it. Gotta go.